Hello, this is my day 85 video here at UBC, and I'll title this one Selfish. Even though that is a bit misleading, because the only way I was selfish was in the fact that I just cared about my own happiness, so I just did whatever I wanted to do. So I wasn't selfish only towards myself, if that makes sense. But yeah, I woke up pretty late. I find that when I don't set alarms on the weekend, I sleep a lot, and that's not very conducive to a productive day. But yeah, I woke up late and I went to the dining hall and I missed pork buns that they sometimes have on Saturdays. I missed the first wave, I guess, by just 15 minutes too. It was really it was really depressing, and I was like, oh no, I'm not having this day be bad again either. But yeah, I just went to a different dining hall. I got myself a burger, I guess, for breakfast. Not the healthiest, but whatever. Then I came back and I cleaned my dorm a bit because just random stuff appears on my floor. The chair I'm sitting on sheds, but I don't know. I just have the most random garbage spawn in my room. I don't know where it comes from. But then I felt like just doing whatever I wanted, so I went to the gym and I hit arms, did some shoulders, some bicep stuff. Just I'm in really good shape right now in terms of my triceps and my front delts and my abs and my core. It looks really, really good. So I feel if I spruce up my shoulder, medial shoulder, right? That's what it's called. Pretty sure. Medial shoulders and my biceps, I could look really good. So yeah, I'm trying to hit the gym a bit more, so I'll make myself look a bit better. But yeah, then I went to a store. I got myself some snacks. Hopefully it'll last a bit longer than it did the previous time. I spent as much money as I did the previous time, but I was more efficient with the snacks I bought this time. I bought 2 packs of cookies instead of 1. So hopefully it'll last longer. Yeah, and then I came back. I recorded day 84 video and then edited it, uploaded it. And then I went and I grabbed myself lunch, got myself pork buns. I was quite happy. They're really good. The buns themselves are super, super soft. I don't know how they make them. It's all bread with no crust. That's how I would describe it. It's amazing. So yeah, that was great. Then I went and played piano for a couple hours. Well, yeah, an hour 40 something. I was in the mood and I was I'll do whatever I want today, right? And not the most productive day, but I was self-care kind of I want to be happy. So yeah, I played piano a lot. By the end, I got back into shape, kind of I played I warmed up slowly with some easier pieces, but then I played La Campanella at one point, and man, I was missing a lot of notes. My hands weren't stretching enough or overstretching at certain points too, and my fingers weren't in sync. But then I played it at the very end, and oh my god, night and day difference. At the end you can actually see the hours I put into the piece, and it sounded really, really good. So, but yeah, it sucked that every time you have a break from playing piano, when you come back you're out of shape and you can't play as well as you'd hope for a while. But yeah, then after piano I got surprisingly tired, which made no sense. It was 7 p.m. and I was really tired, so I went to the dining hall, I got myself a coffee. Let's maintain this. That's to have a bunch I want to do today. And I ended up sitting and drinking, I guess, with one of the people I met on the first day. I've seen him around but I haven't talked to him, so we hung out a bit. Pretty chill. Great dude, honestly. Some of the things he says were pretty interesting. I was asking him what he wants to do second year, because he's in arts. So he said I want to go into acting. And he told me a bit about it. Basically, the gist was a lot of people are going into it and there's very few spots. And he's if I don't get, I asked do you have a backup plan, right, in case you don't get in? He's yeah, of course. I want to study history and law as a backup plan, if not going into acting. And he's if I'm not able to beat those other people and get that acting education, that acting spot, then I shouldn't go into this career anyways, because competition later on will be even more fierce. So like something along those lines, and I was like, I don't know, the way he phrased it was a lot better than how I just like transcribed it, but like came off really deep, you know. At least it shows he put thought into it, which is nice to see for an art student. Yeah. But yeah, then after that I came back to my dorm room and I edited a Fortnite video. Again, I really like editing videos. I'm not sure why I like it so much, but it's like I had like an hour or so of footage of like just ass footage, like so much like happened, like, and just it didn't look good. And like making that hour into 15 minutes of like a compressed like storyline, I guess, with like details and music or whatever. Like I really like it. I have a lot of fun, especially when you try like match up transitions with certain things and whatnot. But like speaking of transitions, like I don't know what was going on. Like the software was glitching for whatever reason, but I was having a lot of trouble with the transitions. So, for example, let's say I have a 10-minute clip, and I cut out the first 5 minutes because like irrelevant or whatever, right? So I start on minute 5, it plays for 2 minutes. And then I want to cut it again and like fast forward a bit. So at that 7-minute mark I put in, or it's like 2-minute mark for me, but 7-minute mark in the video, I want to put in a transition. So I do that, and like the transition happens, and basically it's playing audio from the 7-minute mark, which is like correct, but then it will play video from the 2-minute mark, which I cut out. Like the video should not be there. Like this video should not exist at all. Like it got deleted, but it exists, and it's like the correct audio but the wrong video. And like I get rid of the transition and the video like snaps back correctly, and like it's the right video, right audio. And I put in another transition and like it doesn't work. And like basically half the transitions would work and half the transitions wouldn't work. Like some transitions, like I do it and it glitched, and some transitions would like go by smoothly. It made no sense. And it was so frustrating. Like, I'm like, okay, transition. Like, I put it in like transition I want to use, and then like it glitches, and I'm like, okay, great, like different one. Like, it just won't work. But then other times, like, I'm like, all right, let's see, will this work? And like, first try, and like, oh, it was not pretty. I was not having a great time over here. Not gonna lie. I was actually so like engrossed into it. I didn't notice it was already 10 p.m. and the dining hall closed, and I was like, when that happened, I was like, crap, like. I didn't have dinner. Like I'm gonna get really hungry later on. I was like, not great. And then at that point, one of my friends invited me to go play poker with some guys. I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah, like sounds fun. So I went up there, had a great time. Like played poker with some guys. Then some girls showed up. We like played with them. Then the girls left and it was just us guys again. Like it went from like serious to like fun, party like to serious again. It was a lot of fun. A lot of bluffing, a lot of just shenanigans going on. It was like at one point we like went about like, I want to say all in, imagine like half in, and like everyone was bluffing, and like a high card of 10 won. It was hilarious. But yeah, great time. I had some popcorn that one of the guys made there, so I wasn't as hungry. But then like I came back to my dorm at like 12, and honestly, I still wasn't that tired and was kind of bored, so I hung out with my roommate. He had a couple people over, so we just hung out, listened to Christmas music, good vibes. Honestly, I think it's like the first time I really hung out with my roommate. So yeah, got to know a bit more about him. It's funny that like we both noticed things about each other, as in like it was like 1 a.m. at that point. And he looked at the time, he's like, oh, it's not as late as I thought. And I don't remember the exact like conversation, but basically we both like made comments how neither of us like goes to sleep until like 3 a.m. Because like we can both hear like each other like in our rooms or like using the restroom, and it was just funny how like, well, I noticed that about him, but he knows the same thing about me, so I don't know, it was just like a funny like Spider-Man moment where like we acknowledging each other. But yeah, then after that, hung out a bit, walked the girls home, and then came back and slept. I was waking up a bit earlier today, so yeah, that was my day. I decided like to make it a happy day because I really didn't feel like being sad 2 days in a row. So self-care, I guess. Selfish, but self-care. Yeah, with that, I'm done. I hope you guys are doing good. See you guys around in my next one. And yeah, bye bye.